Hello everybody, O'Neil Gerald here, and I'm back with another vocal talk through. It's been a while. Now, in my not having done vocal talk throughs, I think the one artist that people keep telling me to listen to is Marcelito Pomoy, and specifically his performance of the prayer. I hope I'm pronouncing his name right. So I have no idea what this sounds like, and so you would think that this is a reaction video, but it actually isn't. It's still very much a vocal talk through where I'm just more going in depth. So the point of a talk through is that I actually talk through. I'm going to be stopping and pausing and commenting on a few little things that I see here and there. So here we go, Marcelito Pomoy, the prayer. Okay, the prayer. Oh my gosh. Okay, I don't know why I didn't realize what song this was, but yes, the prayer, as in Celine Dion and Andrea Bocelli, as in Donnie McClurkin and Yolanda Adams, because I like their version too. But yeah. What do you sound like? Let's see.
107.5.
What? Wait, what? Okay. Okay, I see what that was a surprise. Okay, so to me he's got this extremely light, I guess this light phonation, or he's making sound at a very controlled but very light placement. It almost even sounds like a falsetto when you're, or like, rather let's move away from the term falsetto. It sounds like more, it would sound a little bit more like a disconnected tone, but when he went to go, I could see that he was very much connected. That is some amazing coordination. Awesome.
And help us to be.
Yes. Yes. Like that's actually like so, oh my gosh, like that's actually amazing coordination. Like what's happening is, and even with and help, when he kind of opened up a little bit more in terms of his tone, you could see that he was still very much connected, but he brought it in kind of like I was talking about with Marcelito Pomoy. He's got this extremely delicate connection of his vocal folds, and is producing this sound that is light, but it's still very flexible. He's still very much able to do a lot of things with it, and yeah, that's just amazing.
Let this be your prayer.
Oh wow, and listen to his vibrato. Like to do that and actually still have an open tone, and to have a vibrato that is actually fully wavy and healthy, he's got to have a lot of breath support, and so you can see he's barely moving, and you can actually not hear a lot of his breath. His breath is almost inaudible because he's using his breath support, his lower half, his diaphragm, and his diastolic muscles to grab breath. The air is falling into him. He's not pulling it with a shallow breath.
When we lose our way.
Yes. And you can tell he's even giving little like crescendos, just a little bit of a tease of what he can actually do. Let's see how he hears. Lead us to a place. I want to see if he disconnects or if he's gonna stay. I actually don't know what he'll do. I actually think he'll disconnect for the sake of staying true. But let's see what he does.
Lead us to a place.
No, he didn't disconnect. He didn't disconnect, which is wonderful. It would have sounded beautiful if he disconnected anyway, but the fact that he didn't disconnect, okay, you know what, maybe I should explain what I'm talking about in terms of connecting and disconnected. With your vocal folds, when your vocal folds come together, you have two of them, and when they come together, they make sound. When you're making more of a falsetto sound, your vocal folds aren't fully closed, they're not fully connected, and so you're getting what is more of a disconnected sound. But for him, he didn't disconnect at all. He just thinned out his sound, lightened it, and gave us a beautiful D5. Like, come on.
I pray you will find your light.
Stop this. Yes.
In hold within our heart.
Listen. Oh my gosh. In order to go from sound to sound, first of all, let's not even talk about the fact that he's going from sound to sound, but in order to go from sound to sound like that, you need to have some amazing coordination and some amazing support. You can tell he's not reaching for the notes that are in his upper register, they don't even sound like they're in his upper register to the naked ear the naked ear, but those notes are very those are going into his highs. Those notes are going into his highs, but he's able to do it with such coordination because he has amazing support. Now, I think that in order to kind of broaden the sound, I think he's kind of dropping his larynx a little bit. Again, not a bad thing, but I think that the sound that he's making on the C3, is it? Yeah, the C3. The music that he's making there is a result of I guess broadening in his instrument to make it seem as if his voice is a lot bigger. He's opening up, lowering his larynx so that he can get a bigger sound, and he's got that, and that's why there's such a distinct difference. I think he's also lightening up as well on his lighter sounds to sound even more feminine, and it's just masterful what he's doing right now. I'm just trying to figure out from a first listen, what exactly does your voice naturally sound like in its most natural form, or in his most I guess natural non-chameleon way of singing. Did I just do that? Yes, I did. And he's even got that little Celine Dion French thing. Wonderful. Okay. And now we're seeing him bring up this broadening that he was doing earlier into, I guess, more of his lower mid to mid range. No, 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 no. And he's doing it with an open throat. And this is what I'm talking about when I talk about having a connected range. Having a connected vocal range requires work. It requires training. When you have a connected range from top to bottom, you are able to do so many things. What he's doing here is he's broadening, bringing up a little bit more, or thickening his vocal folds a little bit to bring in a little bit more of a chest voice sound. He's bringing a little bit more of this thickness into a mix to get a very wonderful tone. The sound of the vowel, even when his mouth is very closed, is still very much vertical. Like, you can hear that he's got a little bit more of an opening. So instead of singing mo, he's singing mo, to give a vowel that is much more vertical than horizontal. And it's amazing for his voice. And you can just tell he's just very experienced. This is wonderful. Yeah? Any lightnings? Yep, still on. Yes, come on, B flat 4. Oh. Yeah. And there's the vibrato. Okay, yeah. Now, what we're seeing now is, remember at the beginning when he was giving us this, and I told you it was connected? What we're seeing here is the fruit of that connection. We're seeing a much broader, supported, and again, a thicker version of those, again connected, but lighter notes that he was singing in the beginning. He was singing, da 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 da. He was already singing A4s here, but now we're getting him singing in the same range, but with this wonderful broadness, and again, a more thickness and strength. And it's not that he's pushing for it, he's simply coordinating with his vocal folds. He's adding thickness to his tone so that there is natural strength, not strength that he's pulling for. Wonderful. Jeez! And that was a wonderful phrase, by the way. Yeah, again, very light mix. Woo! Yes.
We hope it's so we'll find.
Yeah, so even when you hear that D5 that he was doing, it'll be so well fine. You're getting him to get that, again, that very light sound. He's not, and of course when he's that high, I'm sure he could, but especially to get that feminine sound, he's not gonna thicken too much to make it sound overly powerful and I guess give away the fact that he's a tenor. What he's doing right now is really playing a game of hide and seek. It's kind of like, you know, can you find my real tone? He's really acting like a chameleon when he's up in those higher registers, lightening his tone, softening his vocal folds so that he's getting a very light but still very resonant sound. Wonderful. Okay, come on.
Let this be our prayer.
Yeah.
Let this be our prayer.
Yeah.
Just like every child. Just like every child. Need to find a place.
Oh, come on. Again, very light head voice, almost disconnected, but just on the edge of his connection, of the connection of his vocal folds. Like, this guy, to have such a wide dynamic range in your voice is not easy, people. It requires so much support and coordination and training to be able to, like, it's almost like, for me, I'm a very big man. I'm probably, I'm like 5'10", 5'11". If I were to pick up my headphones just like this, my headphones are very light. But if I had a smaller body, and say even if I was an ant, I wouldn't be able to pick up these headphones because they were too big for me. It was too much of a weight. But because I'm a much bigger body, picking up this is like nothing. So what's happening is because Marcelito has such a great coordination, his coordination acts like my big body with the headphones. He's able to pick up his voice as if it were very light like this. But a lot of singers that aren't trained and don't have the experience would be struggling to be able to carry this. And this light sound that the headphones are representing can't just be carried by any and everybody. And the fact that he's able to do that, it shows that, like, for me, I'm not impressed when a singer can sing loud. I'm more impressed when a singer is able to sing soft and do it in pitch and with a healthy vibrato and phrase. Like, you know, you're connected to the rest of your words. And Marcelito Pomoy actually really proves that he's able to do it and then some. What a talent. Yes. Okay, he kind of let off a little bit, but still. Yes.
Wish close.
Wow.
75.
The way that Marcelito Pomoy is maneuvering his voice, it really gives the example of what it is to be a singer that has a connected range. You're able to bring in volume and take it away at any part of your range, and it sounds beautiful in whatever way you do it. This was an amazing performance. Thanks so much for everybody for recommending this to me. Please make sure to comment below of what you thought about Marcelito Pomoy, and don't forget to subscribe to this channel because this is the place where we think deeply so that we create art that changes the world. And don't forget, I actually dropped 2 vocal talk-throughs today. I talked about Karen Clark Sheard in another video, so be sure to grab that video. So I'll talk to you guys later. Bye everyone.